Good evening. Today is Sunday, March 3rd, 2013, and you're watching the Jessa channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today we are here with episode 3 of the Just Jessa show. This is the part of the channel in which I tell you what's coming up on the channel, what's going on behind the scenes, and answer your questions. So, first up is the new Let's Play that I have done, The Last Express. Has been great fun. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't been able to catch it, there's a playlist on my channel, so go over and take a look at it because it's a unique and interesting game. If you like trains, if you like murder mysteries, if you like spy stories, if you like history, especially World War I history, this is the game for you. So go and check that out. Now, that game is a short game. It's an adventure game, and it should be ending in about 2 weeks, I'd say. So we have a conundrum, and that is, what are we going to play next here on the Jessa channel? And I'm leaving that up to you to vote. So that's what this episode is about. I'm going to tell you about the short list of games that I have picked. And from those games, you will get to vote. And the game with the most votes is the game I'll Let's Play next. Let's see what's up. First of all, you're going to need to go to thejessachannel.com and head on over here to thejessachannel.com/vote, or you can just go to thejessachannel.com and click on Vote on New Let's Plays over here on the sidebar, and you'll get to this page. And I have taken the time to alphabetically list the short list here of games. So, without further ado, let's run through them real quick so you can see what's up to vote on. First up is Assassin's Creed 1. Not 3, the recent one that came out, but Assassin's Creed 1. And I like this game a great deal because it's historically based. Templars is what I believe it is about, the first game's about. And it's got a great storyline. It's also got that number one thing in games that I am looking for, and that is, most people will have discussions on gaming forums about gameplay or visuals or the story. What's the most important thing about a game to them? But for me, it's the world. The world is what allows me to be able to sink myself and, through my storytelling, you guys into the world so that we can actually be in the game as much as possible. This is the reason why I Let's Play, I've often joked, is because it is an alternative to the holodeck, and until they invent the holodeck, which, if you haven't seen Star Trek, is basically a place where you can create your own game and your own world and go into it, actually into the world. Until they create that, I am going to stick with Let's Playing and with role-playing and with storytelling. So first up is Assassin's Creed 1. Next up is Borderlands. I showed you this picture because it gives you a good insight on the style of the game. Yes, Borderlands is a shooter, and if you have been watching this channel for even a short period of time, you know that I am primarily focused on games that are non-violent, and that I'm not good at combat, as you guys well know who watch the Skyrim Let's Play. I like this game, though, because the art style of it and the comedic effect of it is lighthearted. So, and I feel that the game would be, I could set the settings of the game to be forgiving to my lack of combat experience. And I think the story is just great fun. Plus, I love Claptrap. That little robot is complete win. So the next up is Borderlands. You can vote on that if you'd like that one. Next up is Curse of Monkey Island. I love this game because it is funny. It is old school in the sweet time when the best adventure games were coming out. In the real golden age of adventure gaming, and we're having a resurgence of that now, particularly with indie games, some of the good indie adventure games that are coming out. But back in the day, before the indie scene even existed, there was LucasArts doing great stuff. So if you like funny, quirky, this type of old school art style, also keep in mind this is a much older game, so my computer should have no problem running it, or well, not should, won't have any problem running it. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about whether you want me to play an older game or a newer game. Next up is Deus Ex, the original, not Human Revolutions. My friend Christopher Odd just did this game as a Let's Play, and I loved it. And the thing I love the most about it is the stealth and the ability to solve the problems without violence, and to use creative solutions, and the replayability, the interesting storyline. It's just a great game. This kind of gives you a look of the art style of the game. This is midway through the game, and so this game is on my top list. A lot of these Let's Plays I'm going to be playing no matter what you vote. It's just a matter of you're voting on whether you want to see it up front first, or if you want to see it later on down the road. There are a few games that I'm a little bit iffy about whether I'm going to play or not, and one of them is Dishonored. Now, I've put Dishonored on the list because I've gotten some suggestions for it, some good arguments for it in its favor, and I'm willing to give it a try. The thing that I am not so sure about is the tone of the game. The world itself is currently going through a rat plague, so there's a lot of dead bodies, a lot of rats. I'm not so sure I'm real interested in that. When I'm really into a game, I sink myself in it to the point where I'm actually there, and if I can avoid going into worlds or stories that have darkness in them, I'm going to try and do that, because I am easily affected by those aspects of games. But I'm willing to give Dishonored a try, and what I would do is I would let you know in the beginning of the Let's Play that this is an iffy one. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it, but I'm willing to give it a try. And I'll give it 10 episodes, and if I don't care for it, or it's really dragging me down, I'll write a follow-up. I'll do a follow-up video, about why I didn't like it, and give you kind of my review on it, and then we'll move on to the next thing. I take time before I do my Let's Plays to really make sure that they're going to be something I can complete. I don't want a bunch of incomplete Let's Plays on my channel. So when I start something, I'm going to finish it, and that's why I generally, you're not going to catch me doing blind games unless I'm absolutely feel so excited about what I've seen about the game that I'm willing to give it a try and let's play it blind. For the most part, you're going to see games that I have seen other people Let's Play, I've seen walkthroughs of at the very least, or I've played myself. This is a game coming up here, Fable, that I have not played myself. I have seen a Let's Play of it. I've played, and actually, let me take that back. I have played the opening bit, and when you go into the academy and that kind of stuff, but I haven't played it all the way through by any means. So I love the art style of this. And I also love that your character can evolve based upon the choices you make. So there's that wonderful ability for character evolvement, character creation, and you guys know how much I enjoy the development of a character. Moving on is Lego Lord of the Rings, and this game is just pure win, pure fun. And I mean, come on, it's little, look at the little Lego people. They're so cute. Look at the cuteness. See over here, you have the little hobbits over there, and the other little hobbits over there, and then the little dwarf there, and the poor Boromir with a bunch of arrows in him, and then, I mean, they're so cute. You just want to pinch them. So, I just found out that Lego was doing, I mean, they've been out for a while, but I didn't know they were doing video games, and I just found out about them. They also have Lego Harry Potter and Lego Star Wars, and I think, yeah, Lego Batman. Batman Returns. So, and they're filled with comedy, and they have great cutscenes, and it's just the amount of work they put into them is just downright amazing. So this was one that we will definitely be playing. It's just a matter, once again, of whether you vote that it come up sooner or later. And of course, we have Mass Effect. This is another one that I'm on the fence about. I have seen Let's Plays of all three games. I'm familiar with all three games. I have played a little bit of Mass Effect 1, and the story is amazing. Shepard is great. Character, you're able to evolve your character a bit based upon your choices. So, wonderful. The ending, as we all know, stunk to high heaven, but it was just horrible. But would be the Mass Effect extended cut, so hopefully that will give us a better ending, or choices of better endings. For a game that promised to have so many choices and so many different endings, what they offered us in the end was just criminal. The extended cut, and weigh in if you know anything about this. I just know that the extended cut is an aim to fix the ending. That's all I really know about it. So let me know what it does offer us in the comments below. Anyway, Rex is my favorite character. This large, lizardy looking dude over here to the left of Shepard, who's in the middle. And so I'm willing to give Mass Effect a try as a Let's Play. If I feel it's a bit too intense for me to go through, then I will let you guys know, and I'll end the Let's Play letting you know why I'm doing so. So that one you can vote for, keeping in mind that I'm a bit on the fence about it. Next up is Sherlock Holmes Nemesis, I believe it's called, and it's Sherlock Holmes, in the storyline is Sherlock Holmes versus Arsene Lupin. That's not the name of the game, but and it is, and let me make sure I'm getting the name right over here. Yep, Nemesis. So, and I like this game. First of all, it's an adventure game. It's a point-and-click adventure game. And I love Sherlock Holmes. If you don't know that, I'm a big mystery person, mystery buff. Particularly the older Agatha Christie and Sherlock Holmes and 1930s British detectives and that kind of stuff. Lord Peter Wimsey, another one, if you may have heard of those books, by Dorothy L. Sayers. Anyway, so you have Sherlock Holmes here, and Arsene Lupin is a jewel thief. So, who has completely boggled the mind of all the, Scotland Yard, and so Sherlock Holmes is called in, and I'm looking forward to that. I've seen a little bit of a Let's Play of it. I have not played it myself, but it looks like the type of game and the style that I would like. And next up is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I have never heard a bad thing about this game. I've heard nothing over the years but good things about this game over and over and over and over. And it's one of those things that I've been meaning to play. Damo is another Let's Player out there that is linked on my channel page if you want to go check him out. One of my favorite Let's Players, and he's playing through this, and it looks like a ton of fun. So this is another one that I will be Let's Playing at some point. It's an older game, so the graphics are not going to be top-notch, but from what I understand, the gameplay, the storyline, and it's just an unbeatably good game. Last on our list is Uncharted. Uncharted is a recent addition to this list when I was working on this short list, because I saw on Reddit a Redditor who had basically taken all the cutscenes of this game and put them together, and they make, basically it's a movie. You're basically playing a movie. If you ever wanted to play, Raiders of the Lost Ark or any of the Indiana Jones movies as a game that has all the original cutscenes, then this game is very similar. So I like it because it has a strong female protagonist. I like it because it has some history. It's about finding the first part of the game is about finding the coffin of Sir Francis Drake, which was lost at sea, and is still not been found in real life. In the game they find it, but in real life it's still out there to be found. So anyway, this game looks good, and I'd give it a try. It's got a lot of shooting, but it's not overly violently graphic, so that allows me to get into the fun of getting the bad guys as opposed to being completely traumatized. So those are the games that are up. Once again, head over to the jessachannel.com/vote, VOTE, and put in your vote, and the poll down here will stay up until the day after the last episode of The Last Express is posted. When I post that episode, whatever day that's going to be, that should be in the next 2 weeks, whatever day that is, the next day, I'm going to take this poll down, announce the game that won the vote, and get ready to start Let's Playing it. Also, I am working on some tutorials for The Sims 2. I know those requests have been out there. I wanted to get some more content on my channel before I started adding in the tutorials. The tutorials I have in mind that I will begin working on is I'm going to just work from the bottom up and just teach you, first of all, how to make your own neighborhood in SimCity 4. Teach you some of the tips and tricks for making a neighborhood that looks the same tips and tricks I did for putting together Akanthop, as I've gotten a lot of compliments on Akanthop, on using the hood terrain cheat, and then going in and just doing tutorials on keeping your game from crashing, for example. So those I have not forgotten about. I just wanted to have an order in which I'm bringing the content out on my channel. So, you might be thinking, well, Jessa, the game that I really would like you to play is not on that list, so can I suggest it? Go ahead and do so. There's a comments list down here, comments suggestion box down here, and you can do that. But before you do, be aware that there are some games that I will not let's play at any point. Here they are. First up is Oblivion. Unfortunately, it just doesn't do it for me. I'm really sorry about that. The other one is Sims 3. Another one, I just really, really dislike this game. I'm looking forward to Sims 4 because Maxis has come back on board at EA Games, and hopefully you'll get some of that old Maxis flavor back to the games that I like so much in Sims 1 and Sims 2. The other thing I won't be playing is the Fallout series. It's too dark and post-apocalyptic. Anything where the world is dark, depressing, really graphically violent, involves dead bodies hanging out all over the place, mutants. It's just not going to be my thing, so don't even bother. Just no. The Far Cry series is a game I really wanted to get into, but it's much, much too graphically violent. Far Cry 3 is. And it's too bad because it's an open world, and you guys know how I love an open world. Unfortunately, this open world is just dog-eat-dog violence, and it's just no. Portal is a game that I have taken a look at numerous times, but for some reason, tell me if does this to you too, or am I the only person on planet Earth? Portal makes me claustrophobic. I don't know what it is, because GLaDOS, the robot, is very funny, and the latest Portal that came out, I hear, is got a lot of great dark humor, some really good British actors in there. Fantastic, but I can't play it. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't know why. The other thing I will not be playing are MMOs. Any multiplayer online game I'm going to avoid let's playing, for the simple reason that no matter how good the world is, it's not inhabited only by us, and so it breaks the wall to have a character going by whose name, the killer dude 123, swinging his sword. It's just and interrupting the storyline that I'm trying to do. So MMOs don't do it for me for role-playing and storytelling let's plays. If you can see a way around that, or if you know of a game that perhaps is a world that but even then I can't see how it works as a let's play. Now, what I do think it would work is a Jessa channel, the Jessa crew, getting together and playing within an MMO as a team. That I am interested in, and we can do game nights. So let me know if you're interested in that. Leave a comment below. Lastly, and I'm just gonna scroll up here so you can really see this here. Anything right here, anything with zombies is out. Before you suggest something to me, zombies, basically if it has a lot of violence, it's dark in tone, features dead people trying to eat you, I'm out. I like role-playing and generally happier games. Within those boundaries, suggest away. I love finding out about new games. So that's up for the vote, and I will look forward to those votes coming in. And votes have already been coming in. There's a tie going on in there, so we need people to get in there and start breaking up those ties. There's a 4-way tie going on right now. So that's what we have here, and the next thing I wanted to share with you guys is to answer some of the questions that I've received since the last Jessa episode and some of the comments. So let me get those up. We have here, let's see, let me get this, get them back, here we go, okay. So, the first comment I have here is from Samalama, who asked me when the next live simming is. I'm thinking about putting up a frequently asked questions page for, because I keep getting this question, and I'm so glad you guys like live simming, and I do too. But basically the answer is the next live simming will be when I announce it. I don't have them pre-planned. They're not on a set schedule. They're based upon more or less when I feel up and energized and I start to get the yearning to do it, which is generally about every 2 to 3 weeks. I just did one last weekend. So the earliest that would be the 16th, the weekend of the 16th. But like I said, don't write that down on your calendar. Don't cancel all your plans. Don't break up with your girlfriend so she doesn't take away your time that weekend, because you'll know when the next live streaming is when I announce it. And I always announce them at a day before. I aim for 2 days before, but sometimes it's just a day before. But that's how you find out, because that's when I know. Moving on. Thank you for that question, Sam Alana. Marissa gave me a great tip that I wanted to share and give her a shout out for this. I was asking for tips from you guys on how to quit interrupting myself as a Let's Player when I'm Let's Playing, and you can see some of my earlier Let's Plays, particularly the Sims 2 ones. Oh my god, Interruption Central. Sheesh, it was really difficult for me to it's been difficult for me to stop doing that, and I have improved. You can even hear that in this particular video, that I'm able to keep a train of thought a little bit better. But this is a vlog. It's not as mentally intensive as a Sims 2 Let's Play, where you have all the characters going on and then you're reminded of something you want to talk about. So Marissa basically gave me a tip that I could write down before I start recording some topics that I'm going to cover, and when I start to talk about them, if I lose my train of thought, I can just go back to the list. So I'm going to try that, and I want to thank you very much, Marissa, for that tip. If you have any other tips to help me stop interrupting myself and losing my train of thought, then let me know, because I want to hear them. Part of it I've chalked up to just being slightly older, but I can't use that excuse for everything. This is from Heath, who gave me a tip on what we can do to provide consequence when Mala dies in Skyrim. And Mala has not died very often because, as you know, I don't play with permadeath. That's pretty hardcore. And if I'm not a good player from the standpoint of moving the mouse, a good gameplay, game mechanics, I'm not really good with those. So the Let's Play would have been over in a week, But I do play with there being some sort of consequence to the death, and I was asking for you guys to give me suggestions of what that could be. And Heath suggested that when she goes to sleep, she could have nightmares about her death. She could remember them only in her subconscious, and I could take an hour or two off of her sleeping time. And I want to say, Heath, that's a great idea. And I'm thinking of combining that from a character standpoint, also with a game mechanic standpoint, and perhaps every time Mala dies, she loses a perk point. She loses a perk, whatever, just randomly, and I would just roll for whatever perk it's going to be. There are mods that allow you to delete perks, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But for you Skyrim diehard mod people who watch this, let me know, because I do believe that you can delete perks without too much difficulty in Skyrim. Anyway, so that's an idea. If you have any more ideas on how I can make Mala's death have more meaning to her, from a gameplay standpoint and a character standpoint, let me know. Thanks for that question, Heath. Moving on, Felipe has a new viewer who has been leaving lots of fun comments. I love getting your comment, Felipe. Thank you so much. And he says, I found you on Tumblr, and I'm loving your channel. I'm a long-time simmer. Welcome to the club. And I'm amazed that there are still so many things to learn, like what you show in your videos. I got the visitor controller that you used in your post office, and I'm having lots of fun with it. Cough, made a nude beach. Cough. Your game looks great and you're really funny. Thank you. Congratulations. I look forward to your next videos. So I just want to say I would love to make a nude beach for Akanthop, and I would do it in a hot flat second if it could be uploaded to YouTube. I don't know, maybe I have to make like an X-rated Akanthop channel or something. Because I never thought, but yeah, the visitor controller does allow you to take the Sims off, make Sims come to the lot unclothed. The naughtiest I think you guys are going to see on this Let's Play is a brothel. There will be a gentleman's club of some sort for the more discerning privacy. And there might be some of the women can be hired to come to the lots and give you a private session. private massage or something like that. But anyway, thank you for that comment, Felipe, and welcome to the channel. Sophia said that she is hoping I was feeling better. I was feeling poorly at the beginning of the February. And she asked me, are you planning to make a Facebook page? Here is my answer to that. I have to actually give you the camera so you can see what my answer is. No. Forget it. Not gonna happen. I hate Facebook. So I just wanted to really let you get the feeling of how much I can't stand Facebook. Look how much I can't stand Facebook. That's how much I can't stand Facebook. So, and the reason why is because I believe Facebook is an invasion of my privacy. My first name is Jessa. That is my real name, my actual name. But, you know, I don't want to have to reveal my personal information to Facebook or anywhere else on the internet in order to interact in their community. So Facebook, Google+, any of those that require you to put your real name up is just not going to happen. But I am on Twitter, and I have come to really enjoy Twitter, and I enjoy my nightly visit to find out what's going on with other people on Twitter. I found it's great for a number of ways. One, it's really good for getting in touch with game industry people, and who, you know, all have Twitter accounts, and just contacting them, sending out a tweet and mentioning that you like someone's work can really do make their day. I have connected on a more personal level with some Let's Players on Twitter, and it's just fun to see the kind of cute things that people are saying and their opinions. And you know, it's always human nature to want to know who's behind the channel and what they're about. And if you want to know what I'm about, and if you want to know what's going on in my life, or little tidbits, follow me on Twitter. If you want to ask me a question, follow me on Twitter. If you want to just chat and say hi, follow me on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter, okay? I am on Twitter at, you guessed it, the Jessa channel. So anyway, I'll see you over there. Send me a tweet, say hi, and I will say hi back. So that should answer your question, and thank you so much for that question, Sophia. Okay, so we also have here, so that's Sophia's question. Chadwich is also known as Mork over in the simming community, left this great comment, and I really appreciate it. I'm so intrigued by this. She's talking about The Last Express, and she just wanted to say that I loved Murder on the Orient Express too. I read the entire book on the day when I had jury duty. Oh, you poor thing. I dread the day I get called up for jury duty. Anyway, it was great, and it made it go by so much faster. Glad to see you're feeling better. And I wanted to say, I highlighted this comment because I wanted to say that I will be Let's Playing Murder on the Orient Express. I made a short list of those videos, but those are not all the videos I have. I have a long list of videos. I keep saying videos, I mean games. I have a long list of games that I plan to make videos of. And Murder on the Orient Express is an adventure game, Chadwich, so I will be playing that. So you'll get to watch me, and you'll enjoy that. And that will go on the list. As I work through the games that are on the list, then I'll add more games on. And that will be one of the first games that's added on to the short list for us to vote on as each time I move through a Let's Play. Okay, so thank you very much for your comment. Ivy the Voodoo Doll said, I could translate what Milos, who is a character on The Last Express, who is speaking Serbian. I don't know if you say Serbian or Croatian. Tell me in the comments which it is. What's the name of the language? But anyway, she could translate the language that Milos was saying. And I say, Ivy, please, yes, and thank you very much. I was hoping that somebody would be able to understand Serbian. Our character in The Last Express, if you haven't seen that Let's Play, understands French, Russian, and one other language which escaping me right now. He understands 3 languages besides English. I want to say German. Anyway, he understands enough that when the people are talking about him behind his back in French, he can understand what they're saying completely. Which I think is quite funny. Anyway, so thank you for that, Ivy, and I look forward to your translations, and just put them right in the comments of the video that you're translating. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay, and the last comment is by WP Greeley. WP Greeley is a great commenter and has been commenting since the early days of the channel, which is basically still now because I'm only 3 months old, but anyway, way back when, you know, in my young days. He leaves comments, and this is a comment he left which I really appreciate. It says, "Hey Jessa, I'm loving this LP. I hope you continue following your passion of role-playing. The quality of your videos has grown leaps and bounds." And I just wanted to say on camera, thank you so much, Greeley, for doing that. I really, really appreciate that comment, because you guys should know that I try hard to make great content for you guys, and I practice. I consider let's playing, role playing, storytelling, what I'm doing here on YouTube to be my craft. I'm so happy to have finally, at the age of well over 40, to have found my passion. Oh, it took much too long. Anyway, and so I listen to every video. I try very hard to improve. I read your comments. I watch video tutorials. I read articles on how to improve, and I practice. So if you guys also are interested in becoming Let's Players and you want to know my #1 tip, that's it. Read, study, learn, and practice. That's it. If you have any questions, as per usual, you know the drill. Leave them in the comments section below. And say hi to me on Twitter if you like, at the Jessa channel. And I am, as usual, so happy to have been able to spend a little one-on-one time, even if it's a camera, but you get the point. And tomorrow, after this video goes up, tomorrow there'll be a new Last Express video, and then after that we'll have some Sims 2 and some Skyrim. I look forward to seeing what you guys vote on in the poll, and I guess that's it. Thank you so much for watching, as usual, and as always, have a great night. Get every new Jessa channel video right in your email inbox. Subscribe, then from your YouTube homepage, click Manage Subscriptions, then check Email with new uploads.